just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 I am a lucky one.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host today, Mary Hangeior, and I'm here with.
Clement Sampson. Good morning to you, Mary.
Good morning. You know how we do it here on the Speed Lane, real life conversations that make you think, make you talk, and remind you just how connected we all are in this fast moving world. Today we are diving into something that touches almost everyone: people and social media. Does social media pull people closer or push them further apart? It's hard to imagine life without it. We connect, share, laugh, argue, and even walk through these screens. But while it brings us together, many people also say it's quietly pulling us apart. So what do you think? You too can call in to be part of this show. If you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. You can call in to tell us, does social media pull people closer or push them apart? All right, so Clement, welcome to the show.
Good morning to you, Mary. And how are you today?
I'm fine. Okay, so let's start with you here in the studio. Do you think social media pulls people closer or just pushes them apart?
Okay, well, the beauty about social media is that it affords us to connect with different people online, right? People whom normally, considering just physical space, right, we probably would not have met them ever in this life. But then social media helps us to eliminate that gap, that distance, and then we're able to meet people in different countries and even across continents as well too. But then you see what this does in turn is that it affects us in the sense that yes, we connect online, but then physical, real connections, talking with people, okay, the real verbal exchange, yes, and even utilizing facial expressions and all, reading people's facial expressions as well and body language. These things, they begin to suffer because when you go online, your communication becomes, well, let me say superficial. It's not real. Yes. Now you begin to substitute facial expressions with emojis. You understand? You begin to substitute the sound of one's voice with text. Do you understand? So it allows us to meet with people across different climes, different time zones, right? But then physical connections begins to suffer. So putting it straight right here, I'm going to say social media makes us separate.
Okay, that means it pulls us further apart. Okay, so if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and today we are talking about people and social media. And the question is, does social media pull us together or pushes us, or does it push us further apart? You too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. Tell us your name and where you're calling
Hello.
from. Okay. You could still try calling back and share your opinion with us, and that is on 090 3648 5868. Hello.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Gabriel No. I'm calling from Modern Market.
Okay, so Gabriel, does social media pull us closer together or pushes us further apart?
Well, social media was actually created as part of what they call social engineering,
Okay.
because human beings were social in nature. Social interactions were the foundation of relationships
Mm.
before the invention of social media, which
Mm.
can also be referred to as social engineering.
Okay.
Psychologists were trying to see if there is a way
Mm-hmm.
they can help people that are distant from each other to
Mm.
connect. That was what brought about social media.
Okay.
But it has now been turned the other way around.
Mm.
The actual purpose is no longer what you can see, that sometimes you can be in a particular house with a person,
Mm.
and then instead of interacting with the person, you will be chatting maybe on WhatsApp or
Mm.
another platform, So it has eroded the actual essence of social media, which is long distance relationship and communication.
Mm.
And it has broken the family ties, the
Mm.
bonds we used to have when we were growing up in our days before the invention of social media and cell phones.
Okay.
Relationships were stronger, the bonds were stronger.
All right.
But now, because of most of these devices and social media,
Mm.
people are no longer relating with human beings as supposed to be.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to be part of the show. We heard from Gabriel, and he said social media pushes us further apart. But what do you say? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Ami Ahmed from Adeke, London, aka Kemahaka Online.
Okay. So does social media push us further apart, or does it pull us closer together?
Yes, my contribution to this aspect is that anything that has advantage has disadvantage.
Mm. Hello.
Yes,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yes. Go on.
Like as the last caller was saying,
Mm.
it was made for those who are far, especially those who have missed their contact for long,
Mm.
to connect each other again.
Okay.
These days we are fast. The harm it's making to us is more far than good.
Okay.
Because these days you can see you are with your loved ones, but the mind is somewhere else.
Mm.
Sometimes in the morning you wake up, you need to pray together as a family. Somebody will tell you, I'm on call, I'm on this. They even take the social media better than even the Almighty that created. So it's been more harm than good these days.
All right.
Thank
you very much for calling in to contribute. He also says social media pushes us further apart because like both callers mentioned, it's more like even when you're with your family in the same house, people don't want to actually come out and interact again, even with family members. They just want to stay there and send WhatsApp messages and all of that. They just talk even when they are in the same space. But I thought this was something that was pulling us close together. People will say, okay, even if you traveled, we are still connecting, and there's no need to actually spend more, spend trying to go see your loved ones and all of that. You hear people say that, like, no stress, you can just talk because the person is literally on your phone, so you're interacting with them without having to actually be present there. But I guess there are so many takes on this, and like this caller said, there are disadvantages and there are still advantages. All right, so Clement, let me ask you though, both of them spoke about families. So in a society, like as a society in general, do you think social media is pushing us further apart, or is it pulling us together?
I think society in general also faces that as well too. Yeah, it faces that as well too. Now you see, there's a whole lot more division these days. Yes, because when you go on social media, you tend to gravitate towards opinions that that match with what you already have in mind. Okay, opinions that reinforce what you already have in mind, or what you're already positioning towards. Okay, so that in itself, when you go online and then you're looking for opinions that make sense to you, opinions that appeal to what you already have before in your mind. Yes. Now, when it comes to how do I put this? Now it's like you are in an echo chamber. Yes, you only you're only connecting with people whose point of view are the same as yours.
Okay.
Yes. So when you come out of that social media setting and you are in real life society dealing with people, you tend to not want to give space for any other opinion that's coming to you from somebody who's interacting with you physically. Now, you know why? Because it is easier to meet your kind of people online than it is to meet them in real life.
Yes, because you cannot be going person to person and trying to figure
trying
out,
to sample them and see
Yes.
whether their opinion. Hardly anybody does that. It's only people who research, right? Who take on research that eventually go through that painful process of sampling opinions, gauging them. But you as an individual, you have your busy life, your schedules, family life, work, trying to balance work and family, trying to balance social life as well too. So you only happen on people who are like-minded, same as you, by chance, right? But then when you go on social media, somebody's post alone tells you whether he aligns with you or not. Now, if he doesn't align with you, you just do away with the person. You just scroll past the person. You keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling till you happen upon a post that makes sense to you.
Okay.
And then you know what? You start following the person on social media. If it's on X, if it's on Facebook, then maybe you initiate conversation with that person, the person follows you back, you guys are already forming a community of like minds, right?
Okay.
Yes. So eventually both you and all these people who have the same thought process, the same worldview, you begin to prefer your company, all of you, your company online, than even needing anybody else's company, because there's a high chance when you pull out of social media and then you come out into the real world, you're going to start contending with people who would be willing to argue with you and tell you their own point and counter your own point. And you see, people, and that's why we have conflict in society. For the most part, people just, for the most part, yes, people are not really open to ideas that challenge what they have. You understand? I think it's the theory of dissonance and assonance in communication. You find it very hard to accept that which is coming from outside, because you already have an idea that has been reinforced in you over time. So it becomes a very big work for somebody to bring new ideas into you. Person has to work very, very hard.
All right. So if you have just joined in, you're on the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about people and social media. And the question is, does social media pull people closer or push them further apart? You too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Does social media pull people closer or push them further apart? All right. So, Clement, would you say this affected? That's in the aspect of society. This has affected the way people turn up to like gatherings, like show up for events. You know, these days you can just bring out your phone and see what's happening here online, because there's always going to be somebody that is going to record, and then one way or the other it will still get to you, so there's no need for actually going there. But before that, let's take this call. Hello. And also do not call in as a joke, because we are talking real matters that matter. Okay, so Clement, like I was saying, do you think this has affected the way people turn up in gatherings, events, all those fun things that people used to do before and want to be present to see it live? It's more like these days people want to watch it from home, from their phones and all of that.
Now you see, I don't think this would have happened. I don't think this was the case back in the 80s and 90s when there was no social media. In fact, in Nigeria, as far as Nigeria was concerned, then in the early 90s, there were no cell phones, right? And no pagers as well, too. You only had to make calls through a landline. Yes. So, now, let me go like this. Okay, let's use, for example, weddings, right? Weddings. Now, I know I have seen situations where people who have families abroad, now these families would rather not show up for the wedding because it's expensive for them to take a flight, come down to attend a wedding and take another flight back there again. So they would rather stay there and have somebody live stream the wedding.
Yes, and they'll just watch from. I've seen something like that online.
Just watch it from over there. Now, even these telecommunications companies we have here. Now there is, or rather, there was this advert by one of the telecommunications companies we have in Nigeria here that capitalizes on that distance, and then the message they put across was, I think they were selling data bundles. They were promoting a particular data bundle. So, and the message was that you could connect with any of you could connect with your loved ones from wherever once you subscribe to this data bundle. So what they did was, well, this couple, they were to have their wedding, and their loved ones were not going to be able to attend. The loved ones could not attend. I think, I can't remember which one it was, whether it was one of their moms, or one of their
could not attend,
or one of their siblings or aunts. I can't recall which one it was. But then the thing is, a very key relative could not attend the wedding physically.
Wow.
So while she had somebody down in Nigeria here subscribes to the bundle and was able to stream the wedding over there for the person to just attend the wedding, and they made it seem like you could still get the real experience, even though you're not physically there.
I don't think it can ever be real, though. The experience can never be real.
You
it cannot. Looking at something online versus actually being there to witness it, it cannot be real.
Yeah. So social media itself, yes, has affected the way we attend public events, family events, because we just simply give ourselves the excuse like, well, somebody can just stream it there for me. I can stay here and just watch it, right? And even big companies are even enhancing that thing. They are profiting from it, and thereby dividing society, segregating society even more, causing a lot more separation, lack of contact, like normalizing it and making it seem like it's okay. You have that option. You mustn't be there physically. That option is always open, and truly that option is really easy to just subscribe to.
Yeah,
just carry your phone and wow. You don't even need any big gadget like a laptop or a desktop. Your phone suffices. With your phone, you're there.
True. Okay, so does social media pull people closer or push them further apart? You too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090-3648-5868. Hello.
Hello, good morning once again. I'm back online.
All right, good morning. Go on.
Like I was saying earlier, like this platform people used to create in the name of family these days, you can be far, you can make your opinion known. These days now, some families have issues because of just ordinary platform.
Okay.
The boy who cannot supposed to talk to you physically when he's you cannot even speak. He talk to you in such a way in platform which you know that very well is you are not seeing his eyes, not seeing you. He can talk to you anyhow. He has caused some more harm to the family than good, whatever they have created the platform for. That is why I'm bringing it, that it's causing us more harm than good these days.
Okay.
God has created this world so fine for us. We individuals inside are the ones spoiling it.
Okay.
The platform was created for our own benefit, but we
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to add that. I think the call still dropped, but then we kind of got his point, right, Clement?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so you also can call in at any point in time to be part of this conversation on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Does social media pull people closer or push them further apart? All right, so Clement, let me ask you this. Do you feel more connected or isolated online?
Well, to be very frank, I am not even I'm not even a big fan of social media. Funny enough, shockingly, I utilize it just when I need it. Like if I check my phone and I'm checking battery consumption, my social media apps, they rank least among the apps that drain my battery. Okay, but so I don't feel there's this sense of connection, yes, when you're online. So I feel it when I am like that. You know, you're able to connect with friends and family. Okay, but for the most part, social media, if I'm being frank, it doesn't do too much for my life. It's I think I would count myself lucky to be able to not allow social media to affect my life too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said that social media pushes us like further apart, right? So you now personally, would you prefer it that way, like let everybody be on their own, or do you prefer the old ways that it used to be? Everyone would have to turn up to actually witness something. You have to be together, talk in person, and then all of that. How would you prefer it?
I'd prefer it. I'd prefer it's real, genuine, physical, human interaction than social media.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's take for example family. Do you know there was this day I stayed? The realization just hit me. Right? The realization just hit me. Now if you see, plenty families have family groups that is just exclusive to siblings.
Yes.
Well, sometimes fathers and mothers, they join, but then for the most part our parents, they don't really bother themselves about social media, so you hardly find them in these family groups, right? Like a family group, like I'm talking about a nuclear family group. Yes. So you don't see fathers and mothers really in those groups. You usually find siblings inside those groups.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of families who have these groups. So it hit me one day that hold on, no. I don't like at some like I realized that I have started to not prioritize calling my siblings directly anymore, because there's a family group consisting of us, all of us, and we just go there, we spend time and we talk, or we just drop a brief message, like hail everybody in the morning, and then you go and mind your day. Later in the evening, you guys congregate back there again, and then you guys talk. All right, you guys just talk, send funny memes, send funny videos, any videos you feel like it's funny and you want to share with family. I realized that because of that, I would go for like a whole week without calling one of my siblings. Do you understand?
Yes. It's more like it's kind of filling that space, or would I say you think you're actually filling that space that your siblings talking to them, since they're just on your phone, you take your phone and you see the chat, you just ask one or two things and all of that, so it feels like it's now I just spoke to this person, it's now I just and all of that.
It's only recently that I started making conscious effort, right, to carry my phone and call a sibling and talk to them, and I would do so because I would tell myself that let me call and hear this person's voice. Let me talk to this person really directly, instead of just operating in a virtual plane with this person. Do you understand? I think there is this better sense of fulfillment when you hear the voice of a real human being talking to you, even though it's through the phone, not physically, right? But it's still better than, I'm talking for myself. Okay?
Sure.
It still feels better than just texting. And funny enough, I am somebody who is very lazy about texting.
Okay.
Oh my God, I am so lazy about texting. Now, there are plenty WhatsApp messages that I have not even checked.
Okay.
Not because I don't want to talk to those people, but because, well, I just feel lazy about carrying my phone and just typing. So, me, the typical me, I prefer that I deal with people face to face in real life than having to deal with social media.
Okay, so you two can call in at any point in time to contribute to this conversation. We are talking about people and social media. And the question is, does social media pull people closer together or push us further apart? And you can reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Does social media pull us closer or push us further apart? All right, so Clement, I think there are actually people who would prefer not having to deal with anyone in person, and then all of that, everything just online. You don't have to face anyone. I don't know. Have you seen someone like that who would really prefer to deal with people on social media or online instead of actually facing people in real life?
Well, I can't think of any such person right now. Okay, but if such persons exist, then it's because social media is now making it seem very, very preferable to, like I said about that advert, right? It is just so easy. It's the easy way out than you dealing with real human connections.
Okay.
So I would rather that people begin to make conscious efforts to put social media aside and try to practice real human communication face to face, and not to be preferring social media instead.
Okay. So does real friends, does social media friends count as real friends to you?
No,
like the
they
people
don't.
you connect with online? Like
They don't.
Ah.
As far as I'm concerned, they are just acquaintances. Yeah. See, you would go, take for example Facebook. Go on Facebook and then check how many friends you have and check how many of them you've ever met physically. Some of them might be your friends from primary school and they've been connected with you. Then some from secondary school. But sometimes you stay and you just see somebody send you Facebook friend requests. You accept it not because you know that person personally, but just because you just want to build your friend list.
Okay.
Do you understand? There's a lot of people, who have up to 1,000 friends, 5,000. I think 5,000 is the maximum. Up to 5,000 friends on Facebook, but they don't even know those people personally. In fact, they don't even talk to those people. Do you understand? So I cannot count friendship on social media to be one that is deep, right? And I cannot count on that.
Okay.
It's too superficial.
Okay, you're on the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about people and social media. And the question is, does social media pull people closer or push them further apart? You too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Does social media pull people closer together or push them further apart? I mean, You know how people talk about it's easier to connect with your friends or people that you cannot actually see in a moment. It's easier to just talk to them online. While others will argue that that cannot be compared to real life relationships, interacting with friends, actually seeing them, or even your family members and all of that. Also, as a society in general, some people would argue that okay, it's stopping us from actually having that fun that we used to have together, be at places together, and then how it used to be. But everyone with their own opinion. So how do you look at it? What do you think? And that's on 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. All right. So, Clement, would you say that, or would you vision that this will eventually be the normalized life where people would connect more on social media and completely ignore real life interactions, connections, and the rest of that? Because you say it pushes us further apart, right? So do you think that this would actually get worse, where people would actually come to a point where they don't even want to do that once in a while, connect, and then all of that?
It is already happening, in point of fact. Now, have you noticed how when somebody asks for your number, the person is specific about your WhatsApp, the one you use for WhatsApping? You might have also done that. Just subconscious. If you think back into your life, you'd find instances when you are asking for a friend's number or somebody you had just gotten to know that day, and you are specific about the person giving you their WhatsApp number. Now, I don't know if you've also noticed that it seems phone calling people now these days, you have to think about it hard before you put a call through to somebody.
Okay.
I find myself gauging whether I should send this person a WhatsApp message or calling the person instead. And I find myself opting to message the person on social media than putting a direct call through to the person.
All right.
Okay, and I'm suspecting that I haven't gauged it, but I'm suspecting that this is what many people are facing now these days. Yeah, having to make a choice whether to call somebody or to just send them an instant message on social media. Okay, so it is, as far as I'm concerned, it is already beginning to take place, whereby people, the preference for social media communication is becoming stronger and taking place, gaining ground, okay, planting more deeper roots, okay, than real human communication. I fear that it's going in a direction that it will start staying. It will become normal. Yes, if already we are seeing people asking for people's instant message, the number they use specifically for instant messaging on social media, I think that's it. It's beginning to seem normal.
All right, so it's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about people and social media. And the question is, does social media pull people closer together or pushes us further apart? You too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. All right, so Clement, let's talk about, you said it push people like further apart. So let's talk about the effect. How does this affect us, or what does it do to us when it's pushing people like apart and all of that? What are the effects on this on us, even as families, as societies, just in general?
I think like it erodes bonding, right? It erodes bonding. I'm talking specifically in terms of family. Now, families would rather, like brothers and sisters specifically. Family reunions now is something that people have to make very conscious efforts now in setting now these days.
Okay.
Yeah, because they deal with social media groups that it's exclusive to them. They see each other every day.
Okay.
They talk to each other every day. So it begins to make family reunions begin to, well, not too much of an importance. And unfortunately, our dear parents, the older generation, they're the ones who suffer because they don't do too much with social media. So they are still relying on real human connection from their sons and daughters, not failing to understand that their sons and daughters, they have their own way of keeping a warm relationship. Yes, just talking to each other. But our parents, well, they're still counting on us to be physical with them. But we're not doing that. So bonding is something that social media in itself, in the family setting, is eroding. And I would also say that societal strife, especially, let me say, ethnic strife, even political ones too, okay, are being fanned by social media, because it's on social media that you will go and you will find somebody posting a very caustic making a very caustic post that is attacking a particular group.
Okay.
Yes, just doing so without any restriction. And you know why they would comfortably do that? Because social media is a virtual space. You can see the person's post. You can see the person's post, whether it's video, whether it's image, whether it's text, okay, whether it's sound. Maybe the person drops a voice note, but you can't see the person physically. Now, if you're standing face to face with somebody and the person says something very offensive and deliberately so about your ethnic group or about your religion, you could go physical with that person. Yes, if you're not somebody who is able to control your emotions, right? You could go physical with that person right there and then. But you see, social media takes away that proximity. So you can stay there and see whatever you like, and hardly any repercussions. At most, well, your account gets banned, and then you go and then you create another social media account.
Come back with the same force.
Now, this reminds me of something.
Okay.
This is something we did as small children. This was something we did as children. You know, we couldn't stand up to adults. Yes, we could go and offend an adult, right? But we wouldn't stay there long enough for the adults to catch us and you understand, punish us, right? So we would go. You couldn't stay in front of an adult and insult him, right, as a child. But then what we would do then was rather we would go. Maybe the adults beats us, punishes us for something we just did, and we knew we couldn't give the adult an insult, right there while he had just finished beating us. We would then keep our cool, walk away, give some distance, go very far, and then hurl the insults we had in mind to hurl to the adult, and then we would run away. It's what I'm talking about on social media. Stuff you couldn't possibly tell somebody. You know it's offensive, and you deliberately want to make it offensive and put it at this person. You know you can't say that thing right in front of the person's face, but you go on social media and you're able to do that. And you know the person cannot get physical with you. So rather, the person whom you said that offensive thing towards can start nursing his own measure of hate towards you and anybody associated with you, maybe even your ethnic group or maybe even your political group, whatever social group at all. The person begins to nurse hatred towards you and by extension the group you belong to.
Okay.
Do you understand? So social media, the negative effects it has, though we cannot say it's not something good. Social media has given us good aspects.
Okay.
But what we're saying is, if we're not careful, if we too focus on the good, if we too allow it to carry us along, it will rob us of a lot of things,
All right.
which is real social bonding with family and friends and society in general.
Okay.
And it would allow us to feel, the freedom social media gives us. It would cause us to not think twice about the effects of what we want to say or what we want to write against the other group or something.
Okay, so you too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Does social media pull us closer or push us further apart? And like I said earlier, some people would say it helps us to connect more easily, talk to our friends, our family, and all of that without actually being physically present. While others will say you cannot compare online connections to real life or physical connection. So, what is your own take? Does social media pull us closer together or push us further apart? All right, I would like to comment on that. One you said about not being able to talk to an adult or say certain things in front of them in real life, but these days it's more like if you even see someone online, you don't even care if that person is older than you, whether that one is an adult or anything like that, and you just say whatever you want to say. So do you think in some kind of way, like the way it was helping us grow, when adults will kind of guide us and we know that we cannot say such things, or even in other aspects, now it's more like they cannot control kids online, the way we raise them and all of that. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Napier. I'm calling from Makurdi.
Okay, so does social media pull people closer or push them further apart?
It pulls people closer, in my opinion.
Okay, do you want to back that up?
I just feel like it's faster to connect on social media. Very easy. You don't have to go through hoops and loops. It's just easy.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. We had the first different opinion that said it pulls us closer together. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, ma.
Okay.
My name is Daniel Luba. I'm calling from North Bank.
All right.
I'm Federal Local.
Okay, so does social media pull us closer together or push us further apart?
Really, it's between the two sides, the both sides.
Okay.
It pulls us together and it also drives us far from the truth.
Okay.
In the sense that the way people deal with the media is not really what they were supposed to do.
Okay.
Because by the time you look into what is going on today, this social media brought to us is to do us good than bad.
Okay.
But the level that people operate on it even affected our relationships
All
from
right.
the family background. So you gather a lot of friends in the social media. These are the people you don't know, like you people were explaining. Then it evaluate your relationship with your very close person.
Okay.
You put more interest to communicate the people you have not seen physical or physically ahead. Then the real people whom you're supposed to show concern, like your parents and the close relatives, it have drives your value from them. So that is one of the negative aspects of it. So, and it's also make you to come to know people you do not know if it is real. So it's another good aspect of it.
Okay.
So it's between the two sides.
All right.
The level we put effort on it is what really matters to my own side.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. Well, Clement, you heard what he said. And while the caller before him said it pulls us closer, he is saying that it's a balance. Like it pushes us further apart. At the same time, it still pulls us closer together. So I don't know. Do you have something to add on what he says?
I mean, of course, everything has their advantages and disadvantages. I don't. It's just that sometimes advantages may be plentier than disadvantages, and sometimes disadvantages may be plentier than advantages. And what I'm saying here is social media, the disadvantages of social media are plentier than the advantages.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
All right.
Okay. We cannot, like I think I've said this already, and I'm still going to say it again. We cannot say social media is 100% negative. No, it gives us opportunities.
Okay.
And these opportunities is, it's easier now for you to find like minds.
Okay.
Yes. It also, let's take for example criticism of government. Now people don't rely on the media to criticize government or to praise the government or to point or to expose any ill in society. People don't rely on the media 100% to do that. There's a whole lot of the section of the population who, well, they feel aggrieved, they just take it to social media and they post it. Now,
but you know, in that aspect, though, it's more like people don't actually verify some of the things that they say before they bring it out.
You get the point. That's another downside to social media. Now, because anybody can just get up and post, make a post. You really, there's a flood of information now that is not backed up by fact. Do you understand? But then, regardless, there are still these people who still give factual information on social media. That if it wasn't for social media, they could not have had a platform to put that thing out there. Do you understand? Because they couldn't just have gone to any media outlet.
However, I think it's safer to rely on the media, so we're not going to put ourselves in trouble.
It is safer. Good. So you're keying into my point that social media has more disadvantages than it gives us advantages.
Okay. All right. So this is where we will have to wrap it up on the speed lane this morning, and we have been talking about people and social media, and the question has been, does social media pull people closer or push us further apart? And it's clear that there are different opinions from different people. Some will say it pulls us closer together, while others will say it pushes us further apart. And for someone else, one of our callers said it's a balance. It doesn't, it pulls us close together. At the same time, it still pushes us further apart. But that's left for everyone to have their own opinion and then to also work on that. All right, so social media itself isn't good or bad. It's a tool. It can build and break depending on how we use it. Maybe the real connection isn't just in the messages we send, but in the effort we make behind the screen. So as you go, don't forget to remember technology connects us, but it's our hearts that keeps us close together. Also coming up next by 10 a.m. after the news is King James 90s Top 10. So stay tuned for that and more right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. This has been the Speed Lane, and I've been your host, Mary Hangeior, together with
Clement Sampson.
And together we are saying bye.